This is the 1955 Land Rover Series 1. The OG, the great-grandfather of all Landies. And it is an immaculate example of a product from the post-war era, inspired by the Willys Jeep used by the Americans in World War II. However, the Land Rover was built and designed for agricultural and utility use in Britain. It is built on a leather steel frame, but it has got aluminium bodyworks. This is due to the shortage in steel after the war and a surplus in aluminium. It is made to tackle any terrain you throw at it. And then Series 2 and Series 3 came about, and this Go Anywhere vehicle became a global icon. Queen Elizabeth II paraded in them. Even Winston Churchill has one of these, and it is a popular choice for military and humanitarian use. The Land Rover was, and in fact still, a very important workhorse that helped to build nations in many parts of the world.
We are familiar with them too here in Malaysia, used by the military, police force, and there's an army of them in Cameron Highlands working in the tea plantations and agricultural lands. And you still see them running about after so many years.
Back in 1989, when the Land Rover Discovery was introduced, the Land Rover itself had to be renamed because it can't be using the brand name as the model name at the same time. So they renamed it to the Land Rover Defender as we know it today. It then went on with production for the next 27 years with little to no design changes at all. After over 2 million units were made since 1948, the Land Rover said, "That's it, we're done. We're not going to make any more Defenders." So the final unit was rolled out in 2016. But 3 years later, we're back with another Land Rover Defender, which was unveiled at the 2019 Frankfurt Motor Show. I was there, and it is here now. You're looking at an evolution of an icon from the post-war era all the way to the modern 21st century. And this new one is not made for agricultural use, by the way, just so you know.
Land Rover Malaysia offers only the 110 body style with 4 doors as of now. The 90 with 3 doors will be introduced later. There are 2 variants to choose from, the 300 horsepower P300 with a 2-litre inline-4 petrol engine and the 400 horsepower P400 with a 3-litre inline-6 with mild hybrid system.
This here is the P400 MHEV, but firstly, let's just get the price out of the way. It costs 1 million ringgit. It starts from 998,000 ringgit to be exact. Now with that price tag, the Land Rover Defender is now officially a luxury Go Anywhere vehicle. Well, to be fair, it is the strongest and the most capable Land Rover has ever made. It is very clear that Land Rover has moved away from the vintage look, but the iconic silhouette is still very much there. Short front and rear overhang for the maximum approach and departure angle with the upright rear. You are looking at the 2021 World Car Design of the Year, by the way. So let us just all agree that this is a good-looking car. If you think otherwise, comment below. I would like mine in white though. It's going to look like a space rover.
Everything is brand new. For starters, it now has an all-aluminium monocoque structure instead of a steel leather frame. It is now 3 times stiffer than before. It is a lot bigger as well. In fact, Land Rover categorized it as a large SUV, just like the Range Rover Sport.
Yep, he is a big boy. Now from the front, the headlights does have a bit of resemblance from before, especially with the rounded DRL design. These are matrix LEDs, by the way. It comes with all-terrain tyres as standard, 20-inch in size. Now from the side, that's where you go, hey, that's a Defender, because it is instantly recognizable. Now, this is a tall car. It comes with air suspension. At normal height, it is 2.1 meters tall. With the air suspension raised up to the maximum level, this can reach up to 2.2 meters in height. With that, you get a maximal ground clearance of 291 mm. That's 51 mm more than the Isuzu D-Max X Terrain. Is it too high for you to get in the car though? Don't worry, because deployable side step. Now, if your daily commute to work is prone to flash flood, do take note because this car can go as deep as 900 millimeters of water. That's 200mm more than the Toyota Hilux. Check this out. You guys can opt for a ladder to the roof, your private access. The car can carry up to 900 kilograms of weight. The roof itself, 300 kilograms. While on the move, only about 168 kilograms. But the Expedition roof rack can only take up to 130 kilograms. This is a strong car. Around the back, you get the upright tailgate and the spare wheel with the wheel cover to complete the Defender look. I do really like the design of the interior. It has got a slight resemblance to before, especially this part over here. And also it is rugged, but at the same time very modern. It gives you a very durable and tough feeling. It has got chunky designs all around, exposed torque screw here and on the door panel. And the best part is, with all these chunky large panels all around, rubber flooring as well, it makes cleaning a lot easier. Unlike before, it is so much more spacious in here and it's got lots of storage area. Together with a large panoramic sunroof, it makes it a lot more area here. But it does look like you're looking through a window with a grille though, because of the roof rack. There are also plenty of oh my god handles in the car. You get it on the sides here, across the dashboard. This whole thing is an oh my god handle. The grab handle over there, here, at the back. But I guess for a car that can go anywhere, you do really need them, you know, even for the driver. What's really unique in here is the exposed magnesium alloy cross car beam that runs across from that grab handle to this grab handle. It is not just for show because it is actually an internal structure that strengthens the car. It is powder coated with the model name on it. To have an exposed structure as part of the design, that's badass. It has got a matching look on the steering wheel. I do like the design, it's large and chunky. As for the middle cluster, it's a full digital screen. Very beautiful, and you can customize it by choosing different layouts. On top of it, you get head-up display. Now this thing over here, can you guess what this is? It is a visor for your third passenger that's sitting in the middle, if you opt for the jump seat. Now, if you have a lot of things packed to the brim in the car and you can't see the rear through the mirror here, well, don't worry, because with a flick of a switch, it turns into a beautiful piece of digital screen. The visual is fed from the camera on top of the car at the back. It's not something new, they have it in the Evoque and also the Velar, but I like that. Now moving along, you get a large open storage area here, which is good for your nasi kandar bungkus, char kway teow and all that. The head unit is a beautiful 10-inch touchscreen that is casually placed across the beam. There are plenty of features to play with. For example, you can check your 4x4 information. There is a low traction launch. Well, I've launched cars before to go fast, but this, I've not tried it before. I assume it is to get you out from difficult situations. You can also check the dimension of the cars to see if your car has grown from time to time, especially the height. It is very useful for when you are about to enter a basement parking to double check and see if you can actually pass the ceiling height. What I really like about this head unit is the camera function. The visuals from the cameras are the best that I've seen so far. They are very clear and crisp, very HD, and there are 10 angles for you to choose from. You can make a feature film out of this. As for all the other functions, they are all jam-packed in here, a bit minimalistic look. You control your climate settings here, your ride height, and also your driving modes from the terrain response tool. Just give it a click. Well, it's not the most responsive system out there. You get to choose from Eco, Comfort, Grass, Gravel, Snow, Mud Ruts, Sand, Rock Crawl, and for the first time in the Land Rover, Weight Program, which is very useful for you to brave through flash floods. Down here, there is a through hole to a large storage space. You get a Type-C port here, a nano SIM slot, USB port, 12-volt socket. Oh, by the way, there is a USB port here as well, which I've missed out. 2 large cup holders for your manly drinks, a small storage area. Now, the armrest area here looks huge, but what's in there is just decent. But at least this thing can do this, so that your rear passengers can have a tray to themselves. This P400 comes with a 400-watt Meridian sound system. There are 10 speakers and 1 subwoofer. Your passengers can get really comfortable back here because, as you can tell, it is very roomy. with a large panoramic sunroof, they get to enjoy the surroundings, paired with these unique alpine-like windows. It makes it a lot airier. The seats are large and comfortable. You get 2 air vents here and lots of charging ports. 2 Type-C, 2 12-volt and 1 USB port on each side behind the seats. Right next to it, there is a slot for your accessories. In our case, we have a tray table where you can just slot it in, do this, and open it up. You get a nice tray. In case you need to do your work while off-roading, in which case you have a large oh my god handle here with a hook for your teh tarik. And the door has this little icon which is like a blind spot monitoring system for you to check if there's anything behind you before you swing your door open. To access the boot, you open this side hinge door, which is like a fridge. And you're greeted by this uniquely designed boot cover. So they are just hooked to the sides. To remove them, it is pretty easy, just like that, which is basically just a cloth, which I think you can use it as a poncho maybe. Yeah, with that off, you get a huge opening to store as many things as you can. And if that's not enough, put down the seats and you get a flat bed area. And the floor panel is rugged and rubberized for your manly, ruggedy use. But however, if you're not manly enough to carry your things up this high, because this is pretty high, with just a click of a button, the car goes down for you. So you can move things in and out quite easily. Now, to the things I like about this car, the clear sight ground view feature. It allows you to see through the bonnet for you to check out what's going on at your front axle. This is very useful when you're going off-roading, going over boulders, rough terrains, river perhaps. Just check out how clear the camera is. I can even tell if it's a boy or a girl bee. The car in the surround view monitor will magically disappear when you put it to D. Just like that. And as you move along, you get to see what's underneath the car. The entire car. What? Then, when you put it back to P, it comes back on. Like magic. The car comes with ultrasonic sensors under the side mirrors. It is to measure the water level as you were wading through it. In the head unit under weight sensing function, you get to see it live as it measures. This is so that you don't exceed the maximum wading depth as per your ride height. The Defender is actually quite unique because you can accessorize it like a toy car. While on the other side you have the ladder for your private access to the roof, here you can opt for a carrier box, like a backpack but carried on the side, which is good for your durians if you don't want to stink up the cabin. To the things I don't like. For a 1 million ringgit car, I can't unlock it by putting my hand through the handle. I need to press the button to unlock. Don't give me extra work. If you're a baddie in a Bond movie and you're driving a Defender, do take note because as you're rushing in, that might happen to you because it thought it had hit a curb or a boulder. So you just need to make sure it's fully deployed before stepping on it. These checker plates on older Defenders were made of aluminium for you to step on. Here, it is plastic. What happened to your surplus of aluminium, Land Rover? The unobstructed view from the clear side rear view mirror is captured from the camera on top of the roof. However, anywhere between the length of this rear door to the car is actually a blind spot. So you need to be a bit more mindful. This P400 MHEV is powered by a 3-litre twin-scroll turbocharged petrol engine paired with a 8-speed ZF automatic gearbox. On top of that, it has a 48-volt electric supercharger and a set of 48-volt lithium-ion batteries for the mild hybrid system. It makes 400 horsepower, hence the name P400, 550 Nm of torque, gets you from 0 to 100 in just 6.1 seconds, top speed 191 kilometers per hour.
When it comes to safety, it has 6 airbags, emergency braking, lane keep assist, clear exit monitor, adaptive cruise control, rear traffic and collision monitor, and trailer stability assist.
Can it do semi-autonomous driving like the Volvo's Pilot Assist? Well, not really. It has adaptive cruise control, but the lane keep assist only nudges you back into the lane and doesn't keep you in the center. So yeah, it can't. So how does it drive? I travelled back in time earlier today to experience the OG of all Landies, the Series 1. And then I immediately jumped into the previous generation Defender 110. So I'm qualified to report that this all-new Defender is a completely different car with a Defender name spelled out on the bonnet. It is no longer like before. For starters, it is unbelievably comfortable in here. The seats and the air suspension are wonderful. Well, granted that you can't feel the road through the steering wheel and your butt, I'm perfectly fine with that. In here, even though the car is tall and you're seated high up, you don't get that uneasy sway and boinginess. Is there even a word, boinginess? For its size, it is very composed. That's when you get that sense of confidence and control. In terms of power delivery, it is not the most responsive. There is a delay when you put your foot down, but if you're able to anticipate the delay and time it right, it can get off the line really fast. It can pick up speed quickly and it is very stable when you're gunning it. It is when you reach a bend, that's when you realize, okay, this is a heavy car. The car itself weighs over 2.3 tons. So the momentum that it carries with the height, just when you want to quickly slow it down enough to take on the bend, and then you realize it doesn't come with pedal shifters. And here comes the big but. It is not the most aerodynamic box on the road, especially with the accessories like the roof rack and the leather hanging on the side. So the wind noise that you get in the cabin is actually quite bad when you take it up to speed. I know you're wondering by now, yeah, I'm not gonna do an off-road test. 2 reasons. Firstly, it is safe to assume that majority of you guys will not be taking a million ringgit car off-roading. Secondly, it is Land Rover we are talking about. They clocked 1.2 million kilometers testing it on and off-road, crossing dunes and on Nürburgring. So I'm pretty sure they know what they are doing. I spoke to a few existing Defender owners and some off-road enthusiasts on what they think about this new gen Defender. One of them said it in Chinese, like Tai Chi, Sop also can, Hard also can, which directly translates in English as it can be a very comfortable luxury vehicle, and at the same time, it can also be very tough to take on difficult terrains. High praises. But the only problem is, it is now unreachable to many off-road enthusiasts. Perhaps Land Rover should offer a more affordable variant so that these enthusiasts can progress along together with technology. So, is this car for you? Well, if you're looking for a luxury SUV with the iconic nameplate on it, one that can take you from home straight into a jungle, tackle all the tough terrains for days, and then still take you home comfortably, then yes. But if you seek prestige and glamour from a million ringgit car, then probably not. If you want to find out more about the all-new Land Rover Defender, do log on to AutoBuzz.my. If you like our video, do give us a thumbs up, share and subscribe. And please remember to turn on the notification bell to get alerts once we upload a new video. Thank you for watching and do support us by getting our t-shirts at AutoBuzz.shop.